Welcome to MIS 342 MBA 526. If you are watching this video, this means you are enrolled in an e-commerce course. And today's presentation is to get you oriented to the workings of the course, to let you know what you can expect and what I expect from you. So let's dive right in. Guys, today we're going to be covering who I am, why I'm here, how the class is structured, how you're graded, and what your expectations should be of the class, and what your expectations of workload should be. Let you know a little bit about how I grade and how I take on a class like this, and also to give you an opportunity to ask questions. I'll have some additional contact information at the end. Just so you know who I am, my name is Dr. Kent Tonkin. I am in the Shield School of Business. I've been teaching here full-time since 2014. I teach management and MIS here, as well as some general education and other courses here within the school. If you happen to be on campus or close to campus, you're always welcome to visit me. My office is in Schwab 205. My contact information is there, but I want to make sure that you note, because you're online students and you don't keep normal schedules, many of you may even be working learners, I want you to feel free to access me on your time. That means if you need to send me an email at a strange time or a text message, feel free to do so. My preferred method of communication is email. I check it frequently, but you're welcome to use any of these numbers. I do encourage you, however, if you contact me via cell, please text me before calling. I don't answer phone numbers I don't recognize. So if you call me without texting first, I may not answer your call. So if you do that, we'll get along just fine. And again, if you're having trouble, get a hold of me. I also encourage you, by the way, not to wait to the last minute. If we got a Sunday night deadline and you're hitting me up at 9 p.m. on Sunday night with a question about an assignment, the chances of me getting back to you in time are pretty slim. I'm asking that you show consideration. At least 28 to 48 hours is turnaround for most questions. Although I'm generally quicker than that, but that gives us both a reasonable expectation. So in terms of the class layout, we're covering a lot of material in 8 weeks. So this is a lot of material. It's a full-size, full semester course compressed into half a semester. For purposes of our discussion, our work week begins on Monday and ends on Sunday, with the exception of the final week, which will end a day early so that I can grade on Sunday and get your grades turned around in a quick manner. I will remind you. I'm also going to ask you to check your email, your campus email, frequently, because that's my main method of communicating with everyone. Yes, the text is required. There are multiple versions floating around. You also find this in the syllabus, but please get the text. We'll make heavy use of it. Every week we're going to be covering between 1 and 2 chapters, and you're going to have at least one assignment per chapter, with a few exceptions. For example, in the Chapter 5 homework, we're going to be doing multiple small assignments that allow you to experiment with things like email encryption. All of the content will be covered on YouTube lectures. The links are right within the modules on Canvas, and I do provide downloadable slides of the presentations. Do keep in mind that sometimes the slides I present for download may be a little different than what you see on the YouTube, simply because I put additional content occasionally in those slides. So every week you're going to have to read the chapter or chapters, watch the lecture I post online, or at least look at the slides. I do find most students enjoy the lectures and get more out of them. You'll have a weekly discussion board posting, and the way that works is you'll do an initial posting by Thursday and respond to 2 other students by Sunday. And I know we get some pushback on those, but it is to make up for the idea of in-class interaction. So please take those seriously, and I want substantial posts, I should say, not simply just agreeing with other people. There are 3 total tests in here. We have a test every probably 3 to 5 chapters, and the final is not cumulative. So all the tests are covering several chapters. They tend to be multiple choice, true and false, with a few short answer questions. And again, most of this you can get from reading the text or listening to my lectures. Percentages are standard School of Business types of percentages. So an A in here is very attainable, but you're going to have to get a 93 or better to earn it. And the assignments that I'm using in here are really meant to apply the material and to show that you understand key concepts. You're not going to become an e-commerce expert by taking an online 8-week course, but you're going to have a chance to do some things that real e-commerce professionals do. And so the idea is the more you invest into making the assignments realistic and putting time into them, the more you'll get out of them. So what are my expectations? The syllabus I view as a living document, and it changes quite a bit. Generally speaking, the syllabus provides a guide through the semester but I occasionally will change or even eliminate assignments, and that will take place in Canvas. So always pay attention to what's going on in Canvas more so than the syllabus. And I will also generally do at least one group email a week with everybody so that we can all know what expectations are, what we're working on. When I say the class is a pragmatic focus, what I mean is that we are trying to give you as much hands-on opportunity as possible. I mentioned Chapter 5, you're going to be doing security, for example, doing encrypted email. On Chapter 4, you're actually going to be playing with Shopify, which is the e-commerce platform. Deadlines, there's no surprises here. All your discussion posts are due on Thursday, your initial discussion posts, I should say. Follow-ups due on Sunday. All written assignments and tests are due on Sundays at midnight. If you're doing a discussion post, make it count. Don't just simply agree with people. Give your opinion. Talk about the way you feel about a subject or the way you interpret it. And in terms of help, if you are having trouble with any of the content in this class, I am highly available. I'm comfortable speaking with students. I'm generally even around on the weekends. There are some weekends when I will be traveling or out of service, and I'll let you know that. But I also know that, for example, the student and I are working on an extenuating circumstance, an issue that was beyond their control. I'm flexible on deadlines to particularly working learners. So if you need help, ask for it. So in terms of questions, I think that the lessons will be somewhat self-explanatory in terms of the way I've built the course. We may change or develop based on interests that you have. And I really do want to hear from you. So if you have questions or comments, something is working, something isn't working, you'd like to explore another topic in depth, please contact me, and I can be reached by an email. And I put my office phone is in the syllabus, but I really think that for most of you, given that you're remote learners, my cell phone number is probably more useful for you. So if you have questions, hit me up. If not, I'm looking forward to a great semester with you. I hope that you have a great rest of your day whenever you're watching this, and I look forward to interacting with you soon.